are 2 weeks into the NASCAR Cup season, and we've got two winners, of course, Stenhouse at Daytona. And what do you know? Kyle Busch wins at Fontana. My name is Dan. This is my son, Nick. I'm at home. He's away at college. This is the way that we've been enjoying the Cup season. Nick, you called it. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I'm feeling great. I thought it was a great race. Lots of interesting action and a good ending in my book, at least.
I think it was a good race for that track to go out on. And Nick, just big props to you. Your pick to win the race was Kyle Busch, and of course he did. Your sleeper was his teammate, Austin Dillon, and he comes across ninth place. He could have been even better than that. So kudos to you there. Our consensus top three driver that we had picked was Joey Logano. He was 10th, so not a bad job there. I'm still pulling us down. I had Christopher Bell winning. He was 32nd. I had Michael McDowell as a sleeper. He was 26th. Both of them got into some of the trouble that happened, not necessarily their fault, but it was not their race.
Yeah, unlucky with them.
Elliott looked really good. Chastain looked for a little while like he was the car to beat until Kyle Busch was the car to beat.
Brad Keselowski finished top 10.
Mm-hmm. And how about Daniel Suarez right up there with his teammate Chastain? Trackhouse is off to a really strong start to this season. Ryan Blaney finishes 26th, but still not happening for them. And I think I would have to say the hard luck reward for the Cup season so far, I think we've got to give it to Tyler Reddick.
I can agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
Very, very rough start.
Yes. Tyler Reddick so far, 39th and 34th are his finishes. So we got to hope some good things happen soon here for Tyler Reddick. He doesn't dig himself too much of a hole. Of course, all it takes is just one win, right?
Of course. And I think Reddick has that in him to win. It's been a rough start, but once he really gets out there, gets ahead of the pack, starts racing, I think he'll be able to pull off top 5, maybe even a win sometime soon.
And how about those Chevrolets? In fact, Nick, we discussed in our last episode how Tyler Reddick's car had dominated the race until he got caught up by a tire last year at Fontana. As it turns out, Kyle Busch was driving the same car, the same actual car. He drives it to victory lane.
Yeah, all this. I think the Chevys first, second, third, and fourth finishers, they all were great. I thought any of them could have won. I really liked the Trackhouse, that combo up there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Busch and Dillon combo, of course.
Yes. Though Buescher and Keselowski, not bad. Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, not bad. So the Fords were there, just not quite as good.
Yeah. I don't really have any major changes. Still, with it being this early, I didn't want to do too much flipping around. I do have a big insert, Brad Keselowski. I think after the last couple of weeks, it's fair to rank him in the teens. I moved him up to his 16th place, which is underneath Briscoe, but above Cindric currently. And that could keep going depending on how he does. But I've been impressed because we really had no faith in him, and he's proven us wrong with his driving. He's got good speed, and he's been there at the finish. So I've liked him. I think a team ranking would be good. Next in line, I've got Denny Hamlin. I got to recognize that he's still here to play. So he's gone up from 12th to 7th place, which is under Reddick, but above Blaney. I'm not going to move Reddick off yet because he hasn't had a fair shot in my eyes to compete. But I got to give Hamlin some credit because he's out there. He's in contention. He could steal the win at any time. Also, I didn't move him yet, but Suarez, I have him at 11th. I think he's soon to rise, especially with the Chastain power up there. I think they can get along really well. And then another guy, I haven't put him on my list yet, but just a guy that I've been impressed with has been Corey LaJoie. I think he's got two. I think he was 16th and 14th, which in my eyes is huge for LaJoie. Not saying he's not gonna break my top 15, but keep going, he'll make my list.
Yeah, we didn't give him a lot of credit. You know, he's always pretty good at the super speedways, and that's kind of how he was. But then I did not expect, you know, he ended up because they didn't have the qualifying good call on the rain there last week. But he ended up starting up near the front. I had no confidence at all that he would stay up there, but he pretty much did
Mm.
for the race. He had a couple of moments in there. I think he maybe tapped a few drivers, but
Yeah.
he was able to come back. And
Mm.
great finish for Corey LaJoy.
Yeah. So with my rankings, I'm still being a little conservative with it. I want to give it at least another week or two before I really start shaking things up, especially with guys like Reddick. I haven't been able to see his full potential yet. And Bell, like I don't want to move him down just because of a bad finish. So
Okay, so how many spots did Kyle Busch move up?
I had him at third, and I'm keeping him at third.
Okay, yeah,
I
you already
still,
had him up there.
yeah, I don't want to put him above Elliott yet because I know Elliott's great, and I don't want to put him above Chastain because I thought Chastain was going to win the race, which
Hmm.
that wasn't my pick, but I still would have been happy with a Chastain win. So
Hmm.
Kyle Busch is still top three for sure, and I mean he looked great. So
So I had a little bit more movement in my rankings this week.
mhm.
I did not have anybody new jump into my top 20, but I did move Martin Truex up. He went from 20th to 17th. Pretty good results for him so far.
I think that's a fair.
Another big mover in mine is Kevin Harvick. He was 17th. Now he is 13th in my rankings. That kind of brings him closer to where you've got him.
Yeah,
Austin Dillon continues to inch forward. I have him now at 12th. He's up 2 spots to 12th in my rankings.
nice.
Tyler Reddick has fallen out of my top 10. He was just on the edge of it to begin with, but now he has slipped out, and replacing him is Daniel Suarez for me. I've got him at 9. Blaney now is down to 10 for me, and Byron slipped 1 spot down to 8th.
Yeah, I still feel like they're top 10 material. It's just we haven't seen a whole lot yet. I mean, they've been up there a bit. Last race, they were both kind of off.
Larson, I dropped him down 1 spot to 7th. California was likely going to be a good race for him, but he never really got a chance to even show it. This week coming up, I think will be pretty interesting to see how those Hendrick guys are, and then how some of these Fords are too. I'll be watching closely to see what Blaney and Byron do, and Larson, some of these guys who need that spark early season.
Yeah.
And then I had Kyle Busch at 9 last week, and now I've got him at 5.
Oh, that's a good jump.
But I've still got Christopher Bell number 1. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time on that restart. You know, he had started on the pole, but he did not have the fastest car. He dropped back fairly quickly. But I still consider him, as of right now, I think he's the best. We'll see if that changes in the next week. I had a few more movers this week, but a lot of mine have come closer to where you have them. So that's pretty interesting, Nick. So we're going to Las Vegas this week for another intermediate track. This one, of course, is 1.5 miles, multiple grooves there. The tire wear is not as much of an issue, but I think it still will be a factor. So who do you like at Las Vegas, Nick?
There's a number of guys that I think could be good, but there's always one name that I think of when I think of Las Vegas, and I guess I'm giving away my pick to win. But Kyle Larson, I hear Vegas, I think Kyle Larson, the Kyle Larson show. I think this is going to be a good Kyle Larson moment. You were saying he couldn't really get a good chance last week to show himself. I feel like he's going to qualify top 5, maybe even the pole, and he's just going to be up there. And I feel like it's just going to be a Larson win. But besides Larson, I think all the Hendrick guys have a good shot at this track.
Kyle Larson, the last race at Las Vegas, he was 35th. Something happened there. But in the spring race a year ago, Kyle Larson was 2nd. Of course, this race last spring was won by a Hendrick guy, Alex Bowman. Byron had a 5th place and a 13th place at Las Vegas last year. And interestingly, Chase Elliott, not that great in terms of finishes there. He was 9th in the spring, 21st in the fall.
Oh, wow. But Reddick, I think, can finally, if he gets a chance, he doesn't get wrecked or have problems, I think he'll have a good showing here. Harvick, I think, is going to be consistent again, as he has
Mhm.
been.
You're right. Harvick has been consistent here. Reddick at Las Vegas had a sixth place and a seventh place finish, and he has been very good on these track styles. His teammate, Bubba Wallace, actually missed the fall race. That was when he was suspended.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
but Bubba Wallace, yeah, Bubba Wallace has been really good at Kansas, which is similar to Las Vegas. So watch out for those teammates. I think Denny Hamlin in the Toyota, he's always good at these type of tracks. Ross Chastain has been excellent at Las Vegas. He did not win there last year, but he was top five both races. Um, and he has been extremely good on this track type in the last year. And as I look at things, Kyle Busch has also been really good there. You know, we don't want to get carried away with Kyle Busch just yet,
Yeah, no, I do agree.
but you can almost look at this and say, whoa, how many races is this guy going to win this year? But I think of the ones we've discussed, all good, strong contenders. I think the one that I'm going to go with is actually Chastain. He's been
Mhm.
really strong, and he has not won yet at Vegas. I believe he's going to check that one off his list this week.
I think that's a very strong pick too.
So for win picks, you've got Larson in the Chevy. I've got Chastain in the Chevy. Where are we going to go for our consensus top three driver, Nick? I think I might have a feeling where you're headed on this.
I mean, we do have a couple of good options. Guys like Hamlin could be up there, Kyle Busch. But I still think, and he was our guy last week, Joey Logano. He won this race last time, and he's just been really solid this season. I could see it happening in a top five finish easily for Joey
Mhm.
Logano.
Okay, I'm with you there. So Joey Logano will round out our top three. And then let's talk about sleepers. I'm still going to go pretty deep for the sleeper for a guy who hasn't got it done yet this season, but I still believe that he's going to. This team is off to a slow start, but I still believe in Justin Haley. I think we're going to see something from him this week. So he's my sleeper for Vegas.
I like that pick. I like Justin Haley, but we just got to see something.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been terrible. It's just I want him to get up there and start racing. I'm not going as deep with my sleeper. I'm going Briscoe. We haven't seen much this season. I know he's a good racer. Just if given the right opportunity to shine, get some speed out there, I think Briscoe can take this one home.
Well, I think it'll be another good one this weekend. I'll look forward to watching.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to another hopefully good one. I want to see lots of good racing. We got lots of laps. I think it's 267 laps.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of possible movement out here, and hopefully a good winner. Let's go with a good winner this week. We've had two
Yeah.
good winners, in my opinion, at least. Let's get another good guy in the playoffs already.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's good. Well, everybody enjoy the race. Thanks for watching. Nick, look forward to talking with you about it this weekend. We'll see you all next time.